Yo, it's a special report. T-Bone Trusting Truth Television. COVID-19 special. COVID-19, you stay home. We'll figure out another deadly chemical concoction to spray you with. It's a conclusion of a 20-year ongoing study on chemtrails. It's not a conspiracy. I'll show you in the video the public law regarding spraying us with pathogens, viruses, nanotech, these type of things. So those who think it's a conspiracy still, the reason I'm making this video today is because down all of Kootenay Lake on the mountain range are chemtrail X's. X marks the spot. So there's crosses all the way down the whole lake, and then right down the whole middle above us is this SAG. Stratospheric Aerosol Geoengineering. SAG. It's not a conspiracy. It was in National Geographic magazine. This is these crazy fucking people trying to blot out the sun with their cloud formations. So the Stratospheric Aerosol Geoengineering equation to the question is basically the sheeple answer. When you look into these materials, particles such as fungal fiber filaments, plasma nanoparticulates, the patents for those substances were held openly for depopulation. So interesting stuff. I'll get into it a bit more. I'm going to drive up the lake a bit more and try to find you some of those X's, so it's not just me talking. The proof's in the pudding. The definition of science: you have a theory, put it in the field. My theory is we're being sprayed. Now I'll show you the footage in the field. Woo! Signing out. So I'm learning to never leave the camera at home because this was so much more obvious half an hour ago. But still obvious nevertheless. Yeah, so there was X's all the way down the mountain range, and then down the middle you have all this crap down the middle. No, it's not a cloud. That's a synthetic cloud. Like I said, it's not a conspiracy. It's public law. And in the National Geographic, it's considered stratospheric aerosol geoengineering. Gorgeous day though. So I learned from the prosecutor of judges that all laws based on grammar. And he taught me that the word district, so here we're in the RDCK, the word district means demon god of the underworld trickery. Shouldn't surprise you. Government bunch of Satanists. And the MK Ultra portion of the giant human experiment we're going through here is actually called Satan. Silent assassination through amplification of neurons. Satan. What does that mean in English? They're controlling your paradigm through influencing your brain into a perpetual negative repetitive state, which will fill your dantian, your reservoir, with negativity. Therefore your subconscious will be controlling your paradigm in a negative fashion. So that's a cloud sprayed out of an airplane and dispersed. Come on, you can tell by looking at that, it's synthetic. Yeah, so RDCK, Regional District of the Central Kootenays. The last decade of living here, I've watched them take over every single water source around. So, remember I told you it's public law to spray us with pathogens? So right up the road we have the Woodbury water box. It's been tested for pathogens every year and never had any. RDCK took over the Woodbury water box and it failed the pathogen test for the first time ever. It was always previously tested for pathogens. So Prince was talking about this. He said all planes fly over the town and then everyone in town starts fighting. That's because your paradigm controls your circumstance and therefore your interaction through individuals. Let's see. Also, the military has a interest in this. The Kootenay Lake has been changed to Kootenay Reservoir on Google Maps. So it's the U.S.'s water reservoir. So it wouldn't be a surprise or a stretch to think we have military presence here guarding it. So, within the military subsystems you have RFMP, Radio Frequency Mission Planner. Within that system you have VTR-PE, Variable Terrain Radio Parabolic Equation. This is due to the fact they use barium salts in battlefield imaging. So we're being sprayed with aluminum, strontium, barium. And if you think about it, and you spray plasma nanoparticulates, or Hitachi's patented smart dust, if you spray electronically conscious nanobots everywhere, they map out the terrain digitally for a giant map for the military. Variable terrain radio parabolic equations. Pretty interesting stuff. Pretty mind-boggling time we're in. But just wanted to bring you some truth on the subject. I've been studying chemtrails 20 years. I took in some bizarre looking fungus off the ground and sent it to the lab 20 years ago. It came back as a human immune breakdown fungus. So this stuff's only supposed to exist in like zero oxygenated environments, like an enclosed basement or whatnot. And it was just growing all over the ground in these giant webs. And that's where it came from. Anyway, much love, my people. I just wanted to bring you a big clip about chemtrails. Interesting time we're in. They spray all this shit on us, then it throws off your body's, your body's a bioelectromagnetic feedback loop, all operating on frequencies. So you scramble all your frequencies with all this fucking dust, and what's his name gets a heart attack, what's his name has a freaking stroke, what's his name has this, that, the other thing. And basically the one thing illegal about what they're doing is it's legal to spray us with disease and pathogens and viruses. It's actually public law. But what is illegal is using a human being as a standing antenna. And they are doing that. They're filling us with these heavy metals, making us more conductive, you know, to the programs we're in. Make them more conductive so we can influence them through these programs, such as Satan, silent assassination through amplification of neurons. Anyway, just wanted to bring you some truth. Trusting Truth TV, T-Bone's fan club, coming at you. Much love. Woo! Keep up.
Chemtrails could be considered a worldwide corporate government of occupation. I heard a clip on the news say, "Are you guys feeling down from all the forest fires? Well, we're also influencing negativity through your neurons." So there was a guy doing a chemtrail documentary up at Mount Shasta, and he recorded 64,000 parts per million aluminum oxide, a soil sample. Now the EPA considers 1,000 parts per million toxic, so it was 63,000 times the EPA's toxic limit. Now aluminum oxide's the main ingredient in fireworks. Now what do you think should happen to Mount Shasta? So I look what's going on up there. Mount Shasta looks as if it's erupting as lava fire burns. So it's such an explosive fire up there. Mount Shasta's burnt. It looks like a lava fire is the heading on the news up there. A wildfire in Siskiyou County nearly doubled in size on Sunday, growing to more than 550 acres and pumping out a massive cloud of smoke that rose over 25,000 feet into the sky and made Mount Shasta appear as if it were an erupting volcano. The so-called lava fire, burning near the community of Weed, is 20% contained. Shasta was experiencing a volcanic eruption. The fucking fire's so hot and explosive, it's like fireworks. That's all winky dink. That acres burning equal government funding. Storms caused by electromagnetism are called magnetohydrodynamics.
But this has been an unusual winter.
It's been dubbed Lucifer.
Maybe a once in every 10-year event.
So why would they name a storm Lucifer? Because the government's a cult and we're in weather wars. And it's completely legal to test their own biochemical weapons on their own population. So if these were just clouds, they would dissipate in the air. That shit wouldn't come down. So in these clips, I'm showing you a collection of the mycoplasma. Don't think the government would poison you? Even chlorine with its THM, trihalomethane emissions, make it classified as a carcinogenic biocide. So let's not be blinded by the normalities of society. This is in a reservoir. These filaments have came right through a 0O RO reverse osmosis $2,500 water filter. All this nanotech crap just came right through there. So I just chucked the freaking 0O filter out. Useless. But it's a good example how it's coming right into our water supply, either through the sky, into the water, or other means.